You are still in shock? Where's our Supreme Court? September 18, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Earlier today, I made the shocking revelation that our government does not function under any constitution and never has. I told a whole bunch of amazed Americans and Europeans that our government functions under the Declaration of Independence. It's only the federal subcontractors that live, breathe, and die according to the limitations and powers of the constitutions. The constitutions are their rice bowls, not ours. If they go bankrupt and lose their contracts, it's all the same to us. We will still be here. We will still hold the other principals, and their banks and their spouses and their bill collectors, responsible. So, you may have begun to think, well, if the constitutions are for the federal employees, and their congresses aren't our Congress, and their presidents aren't our presidents, either, then, hey, homie, where's our Supreme Court? It's not in Washington, D.C. Our Supreme Court is located where our seat of government is located, Pennsylvania. Yes, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania was and is the arbiter of all questions regarding the interpretation of the constitutions from the perspective of land and soil jurisdiction. Our jurisdiction. Our seat of government is still located in Philadelphia. Our Supreme Court is still the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, the of, in this case meaning, apart from, or, beside, Pennsylvania, the state. But here's the hitch. To fill the vacancies on our Supreme Court, we have to draft 9 Americans who not only declare and record their birthright political status, those Americans have to be appointed by our President and affirmed in office by our Continental Congress, which has not been in session since the 1860s, or placed in office by roll call vote of the states, which can always substitute for any congressional action. So even though the all-powerful sovereign and independent states of the Union have been populated and called into session, the one Supreme Court remains vacant until we get our ducks in order and elect our president and choose our delegates to our Continental Congress. Or install our justices by roll call vote. We don't have to wait for the total reconstruction of the Confederation, nor do we have to wait for the reconstruction of the Federal Republic to do this part of it. Our states are in session and can draft and name 9 Americans to fill the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, again, not to be confused with the state Supreme Court in Pennsylvania, and begin the process of adjudicating key federal issues in the public interest that impact our land and soil and people. When I tell you that our forefathers didn't give away as much as a cubic centimeter of our land and soil, I am in deadly earnest. They didn't and we shouldn't. Entering the long-vacated offices of our Supreme Court will send a powerful message to the rest of the world, that yes, we know who we are, and we know our heritage, and so we also know the boundaries set for our employees and erstwhile trustees. Imagine a Supreme Court dedicated to enforcing the Constitution, instead of avoiding and evading it. A Supreme Court with the authority and mission to uphold the limitations of the Constitution set upon our federal employees? A Supreme Court enabled to speak to, and for, the people of this nation. No more pathetic sophistry, like John Roberts calling Obamacare a tax. It's coming, folks, but you are the only ones that can make it happen. So get up on your hind legs and do what has to be done. As I have often said, there's only us chickens here to do it, and a cadre of old foxhounds.